being noisy?
Yeah, you are actually. Stuffing your face full of chocolate digestives.
Strawberry cheesecake chocolate digestives.
Ooh, that does make a difference. Well, it wasn't a very bad start to the year, was it? 96 points. It's probably better than I think I've ever done. Annoyingly, my actual personal team got 109, but yeah, still pretty decent. Yes, hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of my FPL series where we have a little review of Game Week 1 and how that went before we then move on to my team for Game Week 2. Spoilers, there probably won't be any transfers because I'm very, very happy with the start that we made. It wasn't the best in terms of defensively actually, because the only player that actually got any returns was Tsimikas with 6 points. Liverpool obviously beat Norwich 3-0. Sanchez conceded a goal against Burnley and looked very flappy throughout, so actually I'm not sure if he is the option going forward. I'm going to give him a couple more fixtures. Brighton's obviously fixtures coming up aren't too bad over the next few game weeks or so, but I am still not really convinced after that performance, especially with the return of Matthew Ryan. Luke Shaw obviously got a little bit unlucky to not get himself more than the 1 point. Got himself a yellow card, which wasn't the best of starts. And also obviously conceded 1 goal against Leeds, but it was a Luke Ayling thunderbolt. West Ham, on the other hand, a little bit leaky actually in comparison, although they think they conceded less kind of clear-cut chances than nearly any other team in the game week. So a little bit unlucky, and Vlad Soufal also made the most passes of any defender in the final third. I think only Trent was near him in that respect. So not brilliant at the back. Midfield-wise was a lot better. Obviously, lots of people were Salah and Fernandes. May have been a little mistake to go with Salah, but if a mistake is having your captain get 34 points, then that's the kind of mistake you want to make. Fernandes obviously got 20 altogether. Riyad Mahrez only got 2, but was a little bit lively. Well, the only City player that kind of looked like doing something against Spurs. Greenwood obviously got a score sheet as well, which is good from a United standpoint. And then up front, we also did very well, with Antonio getting a whopping 13 points, Danny Ings getting a last-minute penalty and bonus point against Watford, and Ivan Toney had a very lively game, got man of the match from Sky Sports in terms of the game against Arsenal, but did not get on the score sheet. When you look at the bench, we didn't really miss out on much either, so ultimately the best we could have hoped for with the squad that we had. Here is the team then lining up for Game Week 2. Pretty much the same, to be honest. There's not really been any changes. So Sanchez is going to be taking on Watford at home at the Amex. I do fancy Brighton to have a little bit of a better performance defensively than they did against Burnley. Going to Turf Moor is never easy, it's always quite lively. Shaw is away at Southampton, where I'd expect him to do well because Saints are really there for the taking at the moment. I will get onto that later. Tsimikas is at home to Burnley, who are a bit of a bogey team for Liverpool, and so I'm hesitant about making Mo Salah captain, but we'll get onto that before the end of the video. One of the big problems that I've really got ahead of all is that Vlad Soufal is playing Leicester, and Leicester and West Ham is a very big game on the Monday Night Football. I can see both teams conceding, but I can also see that Vlad Soufal offers always a lot going forward, so I do fancy having him in there just for the potential attacking returns. Midfield kind of picks itself. Greenwood and Fernandes both away at St Mary's. Both I expect to get us big points. Mahrez at home to Norwich is my kind of left field option, but I'm always hesitant to captain City options in case they don't play. The likelihood is that obviously he will start, but I'm not 100% sure on it. And Norwich were actually pretty decent for the majority of the first half against Liverpool, but ultimately away at the Etihad, you do fancy them to get battered. Salah will obviously be lining up against Burnley because it's Mo Salah. And then up front, again, I'm expecting kind of big returns from Antonio and Ings, both with home fixtures. Antonio obviously at home to Leicester, Ings at home to Newcastle. He's also a potential sort of left field captaincy shout, but I wasn't overly impressed with Villa against Watford, so I'm hesitant to do that when some of the big hitters have got really nice fixtures as well. Ivan Toney's away at Crystal Palace. I've already said I fancy that they are a team that are going to be really struggling this year, so he is also obviously going to line up. On the bench, we've got Begovic, White and Declan Rice, with Veltman still unavailable at the time of recording. So captaincy is the big one this time round, and like I said, there are kind of 4 real standout options in Mahrez, Salah, Fernandes and Ings. I'm drawn to Mo Salah because Salah at home at Anfield in front of crowds is usually a winning combination. Having said that, Burnley being a bit of a sticky team for Liverpool, and Salah's not got a great record against them. He's only scored against them once in 7 attempts. Fernandes might be the way to go, and maybe it's just because I am a Liverpool fan, but I'm going to stick with Mo on this occasion. I just feel that the return of fans to Anfield, Liverpool looked very, very efficient against Norwich. They looked really, really good going forward. Salah looked like he was not as selfish as he normally is. He was making a lot of passes, trying to find Mane and Jota or Firmino. I think I'm going to stick with Mo for this one, but I don't think you could go wrong by picking Fernandes. Mahrez is the one I think I could come to regret because he's a really good differential. But at this stage in the season, it's not too bad about kind of not going for differentials. That's usually good when you want to obviously try and catch up to the pack. So that is my team for Game Week 2. I hope that you're all very excited to have made all your changes, etc. We will obviously be making transfers for Game Week 3, but let's see how this one goes first. Hopefully as well as the first. I hope it all goes well for you too as well. Until then, take care of yourselves everyone. Please like, share and subscribe if you have not already. And stay cool. Bye!